so I gave myself 3 months to get all of the refit work done on the boat, long days and nights, but as I would be staying on the boat, I wanted to get it into a livable shape so it didn't feel like I was living in a hole. One of the first things I did was get the bathroom sorted. Here's a walkthrough of all the work and a breakdown of all the costs. Disclaimer, I am not a professional, I'm an idiot. Do not copy what I do, especially when it comes to electrical, you might kill yourself. But enjoy watching it, you might get a few ideas. Cheers! Right, so this is the shower that I'm going to install in the front cabin. Might look a little bit elaborate, but I want to try and be as homely as possible for my wife, and take the shower out of the sink and then do it over your head thing, she's not that big of a fan of. In the last boat we had, which was a Moody 34, we had like a full stand-up shower in there, so I want to make sure that we've got something similar on this. It's got like some different modes. Rain mode, like fall off the porch that you have to walk under in the winter mode. Place is a mess, ignore. So basically when you walk in, you've got this one, which we're always going to keep open because it's got better clearance for the steps, so you can just walk straight in. We're going to keep this one shut, which means that this is going to be the permanent toilet because we'll use that more often. Also, check that out. So I got the place stinks of WD-40. The mirrors are stuck, so I've like rinsed them in WD-40 to try and get them undone. So that's the new one. I've got like a nice what do you call it? Faucet. Yeah, I think we just call it a tap in England. As opposed to shitty old school style, which is a prison-esque looking stainless steel tub. I've got some tiles which are going to go on the back here. New mirrors. Going to put some wood stuff down. I'm going to put a teak floor down in here. So yeah, this is going to be the bathroom. I've got a Jabsco electric head coming for there, so we don't have to do a workout every time we need to go to the bathroom. Also, I need to sand all this down, like see this. So all this shit is because, I should actually close this, but no, actually it doesn't matter. So this is through the sun just beating in through these. So these all need sanding and redoing. Alright, so I'm just getting this into place, and then I'm going to mark where the bottom of it is, so I can drill my holes. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to run some extensions from the sink, which are under there, just over to here. I'm going to drill a hole through there, then I'm just going to have a piece of conduit that comes out here and goes into the side of that. So I'll get some adapters for here. Actually, it's on the plastic stuff. Yeah, so I can just get a T, so I can just tee them in through there. Easy, nice. This is getting connected to the existing water supply. This is going to the new tap that I've got put in, and then these are running round to the shower. So that is how I'm getting those connected, and yeah, I'll give this a shot now and see if I can do it. I think I need to mess around with this conduit first actually to get that correct and drill the holes. Cool, so I'm just using my little USB Dremel Black & Decker thing here just to curve the shape. Just trial and error, just putting it in and seeing how it fits, then moving it back round. So I just need to take a little bit off the front here now. This is so handy, this is so good. These are going to run through that conduit into here, and these are going to go into a couple of T-valves which are up there, and then that'll separate the tap from the shower. Then we get supply to them both. There it is. That's quite cool. Yeah, sweet. So you walk in there, it's right there. So yeah, sit down on there, shower there. Sweet, happy with it. Hola amigos. Right, so we're in the bathrooms, or the heads I should say, pardon me. You've seen I've put the shower through there. I'm putting like some new sink basins in, some new faucets, lighting. I'm putting a bit of wood in some places. I'm just trying to spruce them up. Tip for you gents, if you want your wife to have a good time on a boat, make it pretty, amongst other things, but make it pretty. Cool, so what I've got on the backsplashes, which is just below the mirrors, I'm going to use some of this awesome stuff which I found on eBay. So they're called Be Nice, and they're actually available all over the world. I checked, they're about $17 a pack, and it's like a square meter in a pack, so super cheap. And they look like this. So they're like little individual marble effect tiles with like the old brushed stainless. I don't know why that's in there, but it's kind of nice. And it's just like a 3M back, which you peel off, and then you can just cut them with scissors and then just stick them anywhere that like you want, and they do genuinely look like little marble tiles. I'm really impressed. So I'm going to be putting them up here like that. So they're going to go here, just behind the wash basin. You just got to chop the ends off there and work them in. But yeah, it looks super nice. I'm really impressed with them. So I'm going to give this a shot. I've never cut plastic mosaic tiles before. Who has? So yeah, we'll give it a crack and see how it turns out. So that's how they look when they're on. It's pretty nice. I'm going to be putting a bead of mold resistant silicone sealant all the way around. And this is actually square as well, so I'm going to need that to make it look not out of shape. So yeah, I'll stick some on, see how it goes. Cool, gonna get that last piece glued in. Gonna get the top bit done, and then that's good. I wanted to get this done before I put the sink in, because once I put that huge sink in, I'm really gonna struggle with access to the back there. Looks pretty. Let's get rid of all this stuff. It'll look really good. Hard days tiling. Without tiles. Gotta say, tiling with plastic tiles is so much easier. I've just done a big home renovation, and I had to do all the bathrooms and kitchens. So yeah, that is a lot nicer. I think from now on, plastic tiles all the way, for sure. Cool, there it is. I'm going to tap into this electrical connection, which is for this one. Because I'm going to install an LED diffused strip under here to give the bathroom a bit more light. They've got these things here, but I mean that doesn't work anyway, and I'd rather just have it all on one light. So taking this out to access this switch, so and a little bit of electrical work, that's what I'm up to now. Is the electrical connection. That's the positive. Hoping I can find the negative for it somewhere. Oh, we've got a negative down there, anyway. Might be for the shower pump, but maybe it'll work. Gonna need to drill a little hole there, which isn't going to be a problem because it's going to be covered by the diffuser, which goes. And I actually think the mirror drops a little bit down here anyway, so that's not going to be an issue. Cool, so I've just been messing around with the electrics behind here. I cannot find the black cable for that specific light, but I found one that goes to the back of the shower drain pump. The shower drain is over there, it's like a whale gulper, and I just tested it out with a little blue LED light that I've got for out in the cockpit, and I do get a connection through them, so that's great. So I'm going to hook the negative up to the shower pump, positive up to the switch, and then run it through there. We should be good to go with it. So this is just like a little basic aluminium strip with a little plastic roof ceiling attachment. I don't know what you call it. And yeah, we've just got these like little LED strips here that are quite bright. I've got some sticky 3M stuff which is going to go on the back of those, so that's cool. Cool, so I've got the LED mounted inside this diffused strip now. It goes in there. That's the remote control part there. So I'm going to mount this now and feed that through the hole, then start wiring the thing up. That's on there now. It's pretty sweet, and then the cables are here. Yo, so got this installed. It's quite cool. I like it. So I am putting some masking tape on and marking which ones these are, because there's 6 mirrors in total and they're probably all slightly different sizes, but they're made perfectly for each hole, so I'm not getting these mixed up and spending hours trying to figure out which ones go where. So I'll put a mark on them. Port, forward. Love it when a pen works. It's got these little chains on here to stop it from coming off, and one of the many benefits of getting a used boat that's been abandoned is you find stuff like that. What the hell is that? It's like a soap flower with a cotton bud and hair. Cool. So yeah, check this out. This is what they look like when they get shitty. So yeah, they're just rectangles, but I need a hole drilling in for the little button. That's it. Cool, so that's all of them packaged, ready to go. So this place is quite strange. So apparently on Mondays everywhere shuts at 2. Then on Tuesdays everywhere shuts at 2 but then opens again at 5 and closes at 9. Wednesday everything shuts at 2. Thursday same, opens in the afternoon, and then like I think Friday they close at 2 also, and then Saturday they're also closed at 2. It's like weird. It's like Spain does siesta, where they just always need a nap because it's very hard going to work. But yeah, this place does like half on, half off siesta. I've never seen that before. So yeah, the place isn't open. I'm gonna have to wait till 5 o'clock to see if the mirror guy is around. But yeah, I need to go to the hardware store before anyway, so it's all good. Cool. Mirrors were $170, which is insanely cheap. So I'm going to get these installed as well. And then, yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping by tomorrow I can probably finish the bathrooms. So I've got the sink in place now. I think it looks pretty nice. Improvement off the prism bowl. I used this stuff, Sikaflex 111 stick and seal. The guys in the shop recommended it. They said it's super strong adhesive, but it's also flexible, which is good for on a boat in case there's any movement. I managed to get a nice seam in there. I used a bit of masking tape and my pinky, and that worked really well. So I've got that in place. Now I'm going to start tackling the plumbing underneath here. That is the exit pipe for the sink. And then I've got my connections under here, which I'm now going to plumb the new faucet into. I've also got, like, in the Middle East you call them bum guns. I suppose it's like an alternative to a bidet where you don't have to sit down in a separate bowl to wash your arse. But yeah, it's like a squirt type of, probably the wrong word to use actually. But anyway, yeah, it's just like a little shooter thing for washing your arse. It's similar to what you'd actually have on the back of your transom for having a shower, which is just a shower for your arsehole. So I'm going to plumb one of those in, I think behind there. So yeah, I'm going to tackle this now. It's all the smaller, I think they're half-inch. I think they're half-inch connections. I don't know why Europe has the metric system, but then for plumbing they decided that the metric system wasn't the right way to go and we're going to stay on an imperial system. I don't know why, but it's pretty confusing. I go around measuring everything in millimeters as a good European citizen would do, and then I go to the plumbing shop and it's like, oh, these are all in inches. Okay, this is confusing. So yeah, I'm going to disconnect all these now. I didn't want to do it yesterday. I wanted to do it in the morning in case there's any problems. I didn't want to have to deal with not being able to turn my water on halfway through the night if I had to stay up and do some late work on these things because I like to get stuff finished when I start it. So yeah, gonna crack on with this plumbing now. I'll show you the pieces that I've got for this. So these are all the connections here. It's all these things, stainless steel bits. These are like double what they were a year ago. Inflation. Then yeah, I've got like a nice faucet here that's going to go on there. So yeah, once I've done that, this is done. The seal around there was looking a bit weak, so I've topped that up with some flexible seeker. And yeah, I literally just think it's plumbing. And then I'm picking up the electric toilet in a couple of weeks, so I'll get that fitted. So yeah, let's try and get this done today so I can just clear some stuff out of the forward cabin and just start sleeping in something that doesn't look like this. I'm from Wigan. I've slept in worse places, trust me. Alright, I've got everything connected up in here. It's a moment of truth. Time to turn the water on. Turn the pump on. Let's see what leaks. Right. Not a single leak. First time. That's a sign of things to come. Let's take that as a positive one. Brilliant. That just went too easy. First time. Not believing it. I am not believing it. I am not that good a plumber. Although I did get really good connectors. And I got good quality hoses. But I'm still not that good a plumber. So I'm going to check it back in an hour and see where it's leaking from. Cool, so I've got the old one out. I've got the big pipe out. What I actually found, and this is pretty useful. So I've got a hole in the boat for a 2-inch through hull. And this has a 1-inch outlet for the discharge. And I was like, okay, am I going to have to remove that and start fiberglassing up? This was in the box that I didn't realise. So that takes a 1-inch to a 2-inch. Which basically means I can replace that knackered through hull and ball valve with another 2-inch one, so I don't have to mess around fixing up that hole. Then I can just use that. So I'm going to get the 1-inch, take the 1-inch up, down, then just right at the bottom. I'm going to put a bit of 2-inch pipe around that. So I'm going to get... I don't want to use 2-inch pipe all the way, because if I use 1-inch, it will go up easier, come down easier, and then the 2-inch will just fall out at the bottom. That's pretty handy. Didn't realise that. So here it is. Here's the electric toilet. So this is a Jabsco 370104092. Sure, you all know what that means. So yeah, it's not a quiet flush. I had a quiet flush on our previous boat. The quiet flush, the macerator turns on like this little rubber belt that just breaks. It just breaks constantly. So like. And we didn't actually use it that often. We probably were on that boat for about 4 months a year. And I had to replace it like twice a year. So the Jabsco light flush toilets are garbage. So yeah, this has just got like a normal style macerator. It's got the pump there, which is on the back. So that's quite cool. 12 volt. Water in. Water out. And then we've got like one of those soft close lids, which is here. So I'm just going to get this in position. I'm going to see where it goes. I want to lift the lid up to make sure I can bring it forward enough so the lid lifts all the way up. And then yeah, I'm going to drill some holes, get it down there. So it's got 3 holes. 1, 2, 3 there, so I'm just going to get a mark on these. So continuation of installing the electric toilet. I've got that in place now. I've got the little switch and the solenoid on there. That's nice. The inlet pipe is going to be absolutely fine. The discharge pipe, I've had to go and buy some new stuff. So this is like 25mm internal diameter. What does that say? Impermeable and odorless sanitary hose. This was insanely expensive. This 3-meter piece of hose was $80, so I don't know if people are used to that type of money on a hose, but yeah, the inlet one, which is just like plastic with wire through, that's, I think it's like a quarter of the price. So yeah, when I got the bill, I was like, what is this? What is going on here? But it's 100 psi. So if you've had a rough night, if you've had a curry, and you're about to start pounding it out, this has got you covered. So this is turning out to be, I mean, between like the price of the toilet and the hose, yeah, taking a shit is a pretty expensive venture on a new boat, apparently. But yeah, let's get it installed. So this is 3 meters, so this is going to go all the way up here. The inlet isn't vented, as I thought it was. Maybe that's just because of the height of it and where the toilet's situated. But yeah, I can pretty much finish this installation now. I've got this pipe, so this is going to go onto that piece of 2-inch there. I'm just cleaning that, and then this goes into this side here, nice and snug like that. Get a couple of hose clamps on there, and then yeah, should be good to go. That's it. So let's finish it up. Cool, right, so I've got this one on now, that's all good. I've got this one in place, which is sweet, so now I need to get the new sanitation hose in, and that curls round into here. Sanitation hose running up in here, I've got it set about to the right height. And I need to now connect it to this one. It's got the joker valve on it, which goes on there like that. It's quite stupid. Yeah, so you can't change the direction of that because of the shape of these screws. It has to go there, which is quite stupid. You imagine they would have been giving you an option to be able to do this, but no, you can only do that, which is pretty ridiculous. So it's going to have a pretty aggressive bend in it, which I'm gonna have to try and do. I knew some part of installing this toilet wouldn't be easy. And I think it's going to be this, so let's give it a shot, see if we can bend this into place. I've got myself a little 25 amp fuse, and goes into there, so let's lob the ends off this. This needs to go no more than 6 inches away from the electrical connection. Okay, maybe it's going to be a bit more, but that's fine. So yeah, and then I've got the other side, which is going to run to the solenoid. The negative is going straight to the motor. So we should be good. We should be good to go. Should be good to go. Let's start whipping this off. Cool, so connections. Got the connections on here now. That needs to go through that hole, and then that is the positive side done. So finally finished this bathroom, and I'm now moving on to this one, and this is what it looks like. So this is it now. New mirror, faucet in, sink in, got all the wooden wrap on, bum gun or cheap bidet, got the wrap on there. I replaced this up here because the old one was knackered. It's like an ocean spray blind, so that's cool. It's really nice.